Hi all, welcome back to my channel Useful Stuff. In the previous videos we have seen different types of Spark operations on the data frames. In this video we are going to see about in detail explanation of collage and repartition. So what exactly collage and repartition do and how they are going to affect on the data frame and which one is better for the performance orientation way. So we are going to see all these things, and before going in the programmatical explanation, I will just give a brief idea about what is collage and what is repartition. So before going into the particular repartition or collage, I want to give an explanation on the partition as well, so that you will be getting a better idea on it. So partition is nothing but when a large set of data is divided into smaller parts, each smaller part is known as a partition. So these two functions, repartition and collage, so these two functions helps in increasing the number of partitions or decreasing the number of partitions. So whenever you read any data frame from the CSV or JSON file, dynamically partitions will be getting allocated. In order to change the number of partitions, these two functions comes in handy. So in the performance wise, which one comes in handy, all those things will be going to see. So in we'll see repartition. So what exactly is repartition is like, if you have a machine M1 and machine M2, in the machine 1 we have two partitions P1 and P2, and machine M2 has another two partitions P3 and P4. So whenever you perform a repartition, and requirement is like you need to get only two partitions, that is requirement is to get two partitions out of these four partitions, then the outcome will be the combination of partition P1, P4 and combination of P2 and P3. The data among these two machines will be getting shuffled, and the outcome will be combination of these four partitions into two partitions. So in order to do repartition, the full shuffle will be happening. Whereas if we consider the similar case in the collage, as there are four partitions, and if we want to collage and we want to get only two partitions, what it does is, in particular M1 machine only, the P1 and P2 both the partitions gets combines and form as one partition, and P3 and P4 combines and form as another partition, irrespective of their sizes, and there is no shuffle between the machines. Only among the partitions will be there, but not among the machines. So there is no shuffling in the collage. So that is the main reason in the performance way, collage is more performance high and repartition is low, and moreover it is costly, because in the real time we will be not having one or two machines, we'll be having lot of machines. So in order to get the data from different machines, this is a time taking and cost consuming process. So that is the reason people use collage rather than repartition. And one more thing is like, if you are going with the repartition, you can increase the number of partitions or decrease the number of partitions, but if we are going with the collage, we can only decrease the partitions, we can't increase the partitions. So we'll see in a programmatical way. We'll also see in on each partition how many records are there. We are going to see those things as well. So first we have to import the packages, and the main function which we require here is Spark partition ID, which is inside the Spark SQL.functions. So first import this. Now I am going to create a Spark session. Spark session is created. I am creating a data frame df1 from a CSV file which is stored in this particular location. I have a data in it, so I'll show the data as well. In order to see the data, we have to apply show operation. Now this is the data which we have in our particular data frame df1. See, you can see there are 10 records in particular data frame. So first what we'll do is, first we will be see the number of partitions in this particular data frame as to get the number of partitions, we have a function called getNumPartitions. This is applicable only onto the RDDs. So what we are doing is data frame we are converting into RDD, and then we are applying a function get number of partitions. So I am executing this. See, you can see this particular 10 records are stored in only one partition. Now what I am going to do is using a with column operation, I am going to see the on what partition ID this particular 10 records are stored. I am doing a group by operation on a partition ID column, and I am taking the count. So if you are going and executing this, something I have missed here. Yes, this one I have missed the dot. Now I'll execute it. Now you can see partition ID, as it has predefined only one partition is allocated. That partition ID is 0. In that partition ID 0, there are total 10 records. So you can see on what partition how many records are stored. Similarly, I am applying a repartition operation. So how to apply repartition? So I am declaring a variable df2, and on the particular data frame 1 I am applying a repartition operation, and we have to give the number inside it. So based on the number which we are giving, the number of partitions will be getting created. So I am going to execute this. Now partitions has been created. In order to see that, I am again running the same function with column partition ID function, and I am applying a group by operation, and I want to count it based on the number of partition ID. Now if I execute and see there, as we have repartitioned it to 5 partitions, 5 partitions has been created. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 5 partitions which has created. And as in the repartition, whenever we divide it into number of partitions, the data will be stored in equal number. So as we have 10 records, on each partition we have 2 records. On the 0th partition we have 2 records, 1 partition we have 2 records. Similarly, on all the records we have 2 records on all the partitions. So now what we are going to see is we have applied repartition. Repartition helps in reducing the number of partitions or increasing the number of partitions. We have seen increasing thing. Now we will be going to see how to apply coalesce. So I am taking another variable df3. I am applying on the data frame 2. I am applying a coalesce operation, and I am giving a number as 2. So that means from the 5 partitions I want to get only 2 partitions. I am executing this. Now once in this data frame 3 it has only 2 partitions. Now we will see how many partitions it has created. See, once the coalesce is applied, now we can see from 5 to 2 it has been decreased. Now we will see on what partitions how many records are stored. That we are going to see by the same function. By with column we will be creating a new column, and we are doing a group by operation on a partition ID. You can add order by or not, but in order to get in a ascending order I am doing this order by. Try to execute this. Now we can see using a coalesce we have decreased the number of partitions from 5 to 2. Now those 2 partitions are 0 and 1. Now in the repartition the data will be shared equally between the partitions, but in coalesce the data will not be shared equally. So that is the reason in the 0th partition we have 4 records, and in the first partition we have 6 records. So this is the way how you are going to see the number of partitions it got assigned and how. I hope the above explanation gives a particular overview of about repartitioning and coalesce. We'll see in the next class. Until then, goodbye.